with my critiques, those of you that I was able to talk more at length about. As always, every time Andy and I come to Mexico City, we're really genuinely impressed and excited by all the talent here. I mean, there's so much, it's really fascinating, all the collaborative projects that are going on, the idea, there's such a sense, I feel like LA and Mexico City have a kinship versus a lot of other cities we visit, where there's this sense of, we can do anything. We can do artwork, we can do commercial products, we can collaborate with fellow designers across the street and do events. And so I really applaud you all for having that spirit, having that courage to do that, because it does take courage, and having that drive to work those hours to make it happen. I was, like I said, Annie and I were very impressed with a lot of what we saw here today, and also the sort of dedication to also working with a lot of the local artisans and finding ways of really making it new, making it what is happening in Mexico now. There are some of you that are celebrating that in a very traditional way, but what I find interesting on a very commercial level are those of you who are finding ways of doing it in a way that reflects modern Mexico City, because let's face it, this city has such a gorgeous history of architecture, modern design, modern sensibilities that other places around the world. I mean, I think of the Paul Smith store on Melrose and how it has copied, a heritage of Mexican architecture here and other things, so it's constantly referenced. I'm going to preface this by saying, if I don't mention you, don't take it badly. I don't have much time because we have to pick up a plane. But very quickly, I just want to mention some of the standouts that we will most certainly be talking to again in the future. Among them, I Instagrammed yesterday the Heart Tapestry from Taya Loom, and asking, and I think we had a lot of people liking it even. Foam, I think, is a very fine example of a brand where you are really showing off what is new in Mexico, new in design, and actually not just Mexico, I mean on an international basis. The table is beautiful, the shelves I don't think Andy got to see. And then Fabrica Mexico, I think that if you haven't met Richard yet, you should. Your British expat who's learned Spanish very well in the last year. He has a lot of experience in importing and exporting and business, and he seems to be a very generous person to talk to people. So, and again, in that spirit of collaboration that so many of you already exercise, I think you should go introduce yourselves to Richard and find out if there's an opportunity. As far as brands that I see that are really looking outside of the box, Made Singular really was focusing on their packaging. I know in like the Christmas tree packaging, I think that was an example of really great packaging. Luba with her sense of digital patterns. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing this correctly, but Alicius, that asterisk and that light are something that I know we're going to be waiting to hear more about after your prototype phase is finished. In terms of fashion, I've always found, as I was a fashion editor for many years, and I came down here a few times to write about it for W and Women's Wear Daily, and yet again, there's another round of brands that are doing so amazing. Ajibanesos, those shoes are incredible, and I keep eyeing them. Los Vladimirovich, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but the campaign, everything, it's so well thought out. The boxes, the clothing's well made. Of course, Carla Fernandez and Baron, we just placed an order actually for a Christmas holiday, so hopefully that works out. Chiva, also, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her right, but that was it. Here's someone who's an architect, decided to do clothing. She's such a great example of someone who has a very sharp point of view and a focus, and I think that even if you're not a fashion designer, you should look at what she's doing and see how that is. Even the way she's used her models, her photography, I mean, it's all, for someone who's only been doing fashion for 1 year, she looks like somebody who's way ahead, so very well. And actually her neighbors, by the way, Dear, I have to say, are such an incredible example. I wish I could have spent more time with them, and I will when I come back, hopefully in a few months, because I'm very excited by what they're doing. But even the brands like Colorido and Chamushik and El Camino de los Altos, where you're, working in very kind of balancing the old with the new. Really beautiful, and keep doing it. What you're doing. So I guess what I wanted to just sort of hit home on in the next few months, what we're going to be doing. And by the way, that's right. I'm sorry if I didn't mention. I know some of you I made purchases that I love, like Van Burroughs t-shirts. I think are genius, and I'm going to be turning to some places. And pom-pom tattoos, we're also going to get them for Christmas. But the next few months, I am going to be, or next few weeks, I'm going to be reaching out to my contacts. Those of you who are not so right for A+R, or maybe some of you that are, I'm going to be contacting friends that are in retail or trade representatives and see if we can make some sort of relationships happen, because I think those products are really fantastic and need a wider audience. Of course, it's going to be up to you to make sure that relationship I start, you don't screw it up, and you actually do your due diligence and deliver on time, because Mexico time only happens in Mexico, not in the rest of the world. Well, Italy has its own time too, but you have to deliver on time, because there's too much competition in the world, and no matter how fabulous your product is, there's a lot of other fabulous stuff out there too. So I please urge you to be very diligent about that. But Andy and I are also going to be reviewing internally with an eye toward creating a sort of Now Mexico showcase at A+R, both in our store and online. So we'll be in touch about that also with some of you in a few, the coming weeks and such. I also urge all of you, if you haven't already done so, to get one of these cards and sign up for our newsletter, because we will be having coverage in the coming weeks of what we saw here in Mexico in La Pulga and the bonus. And it's an opportunity to see yourself on there. But also to sign up for our Twitter and Instagram account, because even though we're physically leaving your beautiful city in a few hours, we'll still be posting things in the next few days and weeks. So anyways, that's it. Again, muchas gracias por todo, for hosting us, and to Regina Pozo for bringing us out here. We met online after we went to one of her fabulous parties at the house at this and we look forward, like I said, to coming back hopefully either in February or April of next year, and contacting some of you so we can go out and have a great drink. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.